Seniors, mix oatmeal with apples and watch what happens. What if I told you the first step to reclaiming your energy, your clarity, and even your digestion after 60 isn't a pill or a treatment, but a breakfast you can make in 10 minutes every day? Millions of older adults wake up feeling tired, foggy, or bloated and believe it's just aging. But what if that's not entirely true? What if your body is still capable of healing, but it's simply not being given the right tools? Hi, I'm Dr. Thomas, and after 35 years of helping older adults regain control over their health, I've discovered something profound. One simple bowl, made with ingredients you've had in your kitchen your whole life, can shift everything. In this video, we're going to uncover how a warm bowl of steel-cut oats and a crisp apple, when combined the right way, can support your heart, soothe your digestion, sharpen your memory, and give your mornings back. Before we begin, take a second to subscribe and turn on the bell. If you care about living stronger, longer, and doing it naturally, this channel was made for you. Let's get started. Fan 1, the silent struggles of aging. Let's start by facing something many seniors quietly endure, but rarely talk about. Aging isn't just about gray hair or creaky knees. It's about feeling like your body no longer listens to you. For many of my older patients, the day doesn't start with energy. It starts with confusion, sluggishness, and a stomach that feels off. According to the CDC, over 65% of adults over age 60 experience at least one chronic digestive issue: bloating, constipation, or irregularity on a weekly basis. Research from the National Institute on Aging also shows that more than half of seniors over 70 report frequent memory lapses or mental fog in the morning. And beyond the body, there's the emotional toll. Feeling tired all the time chips away at confidence, motivation, and even relationships. It's easy to blame this on age. "I'm just getting older," many say. But the truth is, a large part of these symptoms stem not from age itself, but from unmet needs in a changing body. Let's connect this to something simple: breakfast. When you skip or skimp on your morning meal, your body is left without the fuel it desperately needs to regulate hormones, maintain mental clarity, and move waste efficiently. This is even more crucial for seniors, whose metabolism slows with age and whose gut microbiome needs consistent fiber to thrive. What we eat in the first hour after waking is like setting the tone for the entire day. That's why the breakfast bowl we're about to explore isn't just about nutrition. It's about reclaiming stability. It's about offering your body a sense of rhythm, comfort, and care before the day throws its chaos at you. In the next section, we'll look at why breakfast isn't just another meal. It's your body's most powerful window for healing and repair. Fan 2, why breakfast is your body's healing window. In the last section, we explored how so many of the discomforts that seniors face, from digestion to mental fog, can be traced back to something as foundational as what they eat in the morning. Now, let's take a deeper look at why breakfast matters more than ever as we age. Scientists call the first hour after waking the golden hour for metabolic regulation and cellular repair. What you feed your body during this time can either kickstart healing and energy production, or trigger inflammation, insulin spikes, and fatigue. A 2021 study published in the Journal of Clinical Endocrinology and Metabolism found that older adults who ate a fiber-rich breakfast had a 25% higher insulin sensitivity and reported 30% fewer energy crashes throughout the day. Here's what makes breakfast such a powerful opportunity. Cortisol, your natural wake-up hormone, peaks in the early morning, preparing your body to process nutrients more efficiently. Your digestive tract, after resting overnight, is primed to absorb what you feed it. Your brain, still transitioning out of sleep, relies heavily on glucose from complex carbs to activate memory and focus centers. In contrast, skipping breakfast or eating ultra-processed carbs like pastries or sugary cereals has been shown to spike blood sugar within 30 minutes, increase cortisol stress hormone throughout the morning, disrupt gut flora, and cause inflammation by midday. Many of my patients report feeling like they've hit a wall by 10:30, tired, irritable, and mentally scattered. But when they replace coffee and toast with a nourishing breakfast bowl, the shift is often profound. That's because this bowl doesn't just provide calories, it provides signaling. It tells your gut, your brain, your immune system, we're safe, we're nourished. We can function well today. Breakfast isn't just a habit, it's your first act of self-respect for the day. In the next section, we'll unpack what actually goes into this healing bowl and why oats and apples are the perfect pair for the aging body. Fan 3, the nutritional science behind oats and apples. Now that we understand why breakfast is such a critical moment for healing and balance, let's explore the two ingredients that form the heart of the senior power bowl, steel-cut oats and apples. They aren't trendy, they aren't expensive, but they are scientifically powerful in ways most people underestimate. Let's start with oats. Steel-cut oats are minimally processed, meaning they retain much of their natural fiber and nutrients. What makes them unique is their high content of beta-glucan, a type of soluble fiber clinically proven to reduce LDL bad cholesterol by up to 10% when consumed regularly. According to a 2018 meta-analysis in Nutrition Reviews, regulate blood sugar by slowing glucose absorption, making it ideal for seniors managing prediabetes or type 2 diabetes, feed beneficial gut bacteria, which improves immunity, reduces inflammation, and supports mental health. Now add apples to the bowl, especially with the skin on. Apples contain pectin, another type of soluble fiber, and quercetin, a natural plant antioxidant. These compounds help reduce systemic inflammation, which is at the core of arthritis, heart disease, and cognitive decline. Support blood vessel health and improve circulation, contribute to stable energy levels by slowing digestion in a gentle, natural way. The magic happens when these two ingredients are combined. Unlike sugary breakfasts that spike insulin and crash energy, this combo works in harmony. Oats slow the release of natural sugars from apples, preventing spikes and crashes. Apple enzymes help move oats more efficiently through the gut, reducing bloating and encouraging regularity. Together, they support satiety, meaning you feel full and energized without heaviness or sluggishness. It's not just nutrition, it's a strategic alliance. And for older adults whose systems are more sensitive, this combination offers support without strain, fuel without fire. But how does this look in real life? What happens when seniors commit to this small morning ritual consistently? In the next part, we'll explore real-life stories of transformation, how a simple bowl changed energy, digestion, and even mood for people just like you. Fan 4, real-life transformations from exhausted to energized. So far, we've talked about the science. Now, let's bring that science to life. Because for all the studies and fiber charts in the world, what matters most is this: does it actually work for real people? People with real fatigue, real joint pain, and real digestive issues? The answer is yes. Over the past decade, I've encouraged hundreds of older adults to try this simple morning habit. No pills, no powders, just real food in a real bowl. And what came back to me was more than encouraging. James, 74, a retired high school principal, came to me feeling exhausted by 10 every day. He'd nap unintentionally, skip lunch, and struggle with brain fog. After just 3 weeks of switching from toast and coffee to steel-cut oats with chopped apples and cinnamon, he called me laughing, "Doc, I haven't dozed off in my chair all week." Evelyn, 81, had quietly battled constipation for over a decade. She had tried everything: prune juice, fiber supplements, prescriptions. Nothing worked for long, but 2 weeks into this breakfast routine, she came in glowing. "I'm regular for the first time in years," she said, "and I'm finally comfortable enough to go out again." Harold, 77, widowed and living alone, wasn't eating much at all. He said, "What's the point?" But when I suggested this breakfast as an act of care, not just for his health, but for his dignity, he agreed. Now he cooks the bowl every morning while listening to the same song he used to dance to with his late wife. "It's not just food anymore," he said. "It's a reason to get out of bed." And these aren't isolated cases. A 2020 longitudinal study published in Frontiers in Nutrition found that older adults who ate fiber-rich breakfasts daily experienced 37% reduction in mid-morning fatigue, 45% improvement in digestive comfort, 22% better scores in short-term memory tests after 6 weeks. These numbers aren't magic, they're momentum. They show what's possible when you give your body something it understands: food, fiber, and rhythm. But you might be wondering, how do I prepare this meal in a way that delivers all these benefits without adding complexity to my routine? In the next section, I'll walk you step by step through how to build your own senior power bowl and how to adjust it for your personal health needs. Fan 5: How to build the senior power bowl. By now, we've seen how powerful this simple breakfast can be for energy, digestion, and emotional well-being. But how exactly do you prepare it to unlock all those benefits without adding stress or confusion to your morning routine? The beauty of the Senior Power Bowl lies in its simplicity and adaptability. Here's how to build it from the ground up. Start with 1 and 2 cups of steel-cut oats, not instant oats. These oats retain their full fiber structure, especially beta-glucan, which supports heart and gut health. Cook them slowly in water or unsweetened almond milk. A stovetop simmer for 15-20 minutes allows the fiber to soften and activate. While the oats cook, dice half of a fresh apple, leaving the skin on. The skin contains most of the quercetin and pectin, powerful compounds that fight inflammation and promote smooth digestion. Stir the apple pieces into the warm oats just before turning off the heat. This softens the fruit slightly without cooking out the nutrients. Once your base is ready, you can personalize your bowl depending on your health priorities. For joint stiffness or inflammation, add 1-2 tsp of cinnamon. Clinical studies suggest it may reduce C-reactive protein levels. A marker of inflammation? For brain support, sprinkle a few walnut halves rich in omega-3 fatty acids that protect cognitive function. For digestive balance and hormone health, add 1 tsp of ground flax seed, a gentle source of fiber and lignans. If your appetite is low, stir in a splash of warm almond milk or raw honey for comfort, as long as your blood sugar allows. This bowl isn't a rule book, it's a ritual. Many of my patients prepare a large batch of oats once a week and store it in the fridge. Each morning, they simply reheat a portion with water or milk, stir in fresh apple, and top it with what they need that day. This tiny act, choosing to nourish yourself with care, can change the trajectory of your day. It brings rhythm, calm, and intention. But now, let's go even deeper. Why does this particular combination work so well, specifically for older adults? What is it about the aging body that responds so well to this bowl? In the next section, we'll uncover the biological shifts after 60 and how this meal meets them exactly where they are. Fan 6: Why this works so well for seniors? In the last section, we learned how to craft the Senior Power Bowl with intention and ease. But the deeper question remains, why does this specific combination of oats and apples work so exceptionally well for people over 60? The answer lies in how the aging body changes and how this meal aligns with those changes, not against them. After age 60, several shifts occur that most people aren't told about. Stomach acid production naturally decreases, making it harder to break down food and absorb key nutrients like B12 iron and magnesium. The digestive system slows, increasing the risk of constipation and reducing nutrient absorption. Inflammation becomes more chronic and widespread, contributing to joint pain, fatigue, and brain fog. The cardiovascular system becomes more vulnerable to stiffness, blood pressure fluctuations, and cholesterol imbalances. This is where oats and apples shine, not just as healthy foods, but as targeted support. Oats, rich in beta-glucan, form a gentle gel in the digestive tract, acting like a broom that sweeps waste and feeds beneficial gut flora. Apples, especially their pectin and quercetin, act like a soft sponge, absorbing toxins, slowing digestion, and reducing oxidative stress. Together, they provide steady glucose without spikes fueling the brain and muscles without burdening the pancreas. A 2019 review in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition found that older adults who increased soluble fiber intake saw 25% reduction in C-reactive protein, a key inflammation marker, improved regularity in bowel habits by 38%, significant improvements in short-term memory and sleep quality over 8 weeks. This meal doesn't demand effort. It works in harmony with slower digestion, reduced stomach acid, and heightened sensitivity to sugar. That's why many seniors feel the effects within days. Less bloating, more regularity, clearer thinking by mid-morning, turikarisan, reduce cravings, improve blood pressure. You don't have to push your body to feel better. You just have to feed it in a way that makes sense for where you are now. But as with anything in health, one size never fits all. Even the gentlest routines need to be personalized based on your medications, sensitivities, and energy levels. In the next section, I'll share exactly when to adjust this bowl and how to listen to your body without fear or guesswork. Fan 7, when to adjust or be cautious. So far, we've seen how the Senior Power Bowl supports digestion, heart health, mental clarity, and emotional rhythm, especially in older adults. But even the most natural remedy isn't one size fits all. The key to long-term success is knowing when to adjust and how to listen gently to your body. Let's look at the most common areas where seniors might need to personalize this breakfast. For those managing type 2 diabetes or prediabetes, oats and apples still provide far better options than sugary cereal or toast, but they are carbohydrates. It's important to measure portion sizes carefully. Pair the bowl with protein or healthy fats like Greek yogurt or walnuts. Monitor blood glucose response after meals using a meter or keeping a food log. If you have irritable bowel syndrome, IBS, or diverticulosis, high-fiber foods like steel-cut oats or apple skins can be too much at first. Consider starting with smaller portions, 104 cup dry oats. Peeling the apple if raw skin irritates your gut, ensuring you drink plenty of water to help the fiber move smoothly. For those on blood thinners, such as warfarin, natural foods like cinnamon or flaxseed may interact with how your medication works. In that case, speak to your doctor or pharmacist before making them a daily part of your bowl. Avoid megadoses and opt for occasional use unless cleared. If your appetite is low due to medication, grief, or loneliness, forcing down a full bowl might backfire. Remember, even a few spoonfuls is a win. Try serving it in a small, beautiful bowl to make the act feel intentional and comforting. Associate the meal with a ritual, a favorite song, a phone call, a prayer. This isn't about fear, it's about mindfulness. Your body at this stage of life needs more gentleness, not more pressure, and learning how to respond to its signals is one of the most powerful forms of self-care. As the Mayo Clinic puts it, nutrition for older adults must be flexible, personal, and compassionate, not perfect. And that's the beauty of the Senior Power Bowl. You can make it your own. You can take the base recipe and build it around your life, your health needs, and your emotional rhythm. Now, let's take one final step. We've talked about the science, the preparation, the caution, but what does it all add up to in real life? In the next and final section, I'll show you how this humble bowl becomes something much bigger, a daily decision to reclaim your strength, independence, and peace one morning at a time. We've come a long way from the biology of aging, to the power of fiber, to the gentle rituals that help restore balance. But at the heart of it all, this isn't just a recipe, it's a daily act of respect. Respect for your body after all it's carried you through so much. Respect for your mind still growing, still learning, still capable. Respect for your life rich with meaning, even in the quietest moments. This one bowl isn't just about digestion or cholesterol or memory. It's about reclaiming control when so much of aging can feel like losing it. And perhaps even more importantly, it's about reminding yourself that you still matter, that caring for your health is not a burden, but a gift. That healing is still happening, quietly, every day. So tomorrow morning, when you stir that pot of oats, slice that apple, and sit down to nourish yourself, remember, you're not just feeding your stomach, you're fueling your independence. You're choosing presence, intention, and peace. And that more than any supplement, any pill, any trendy diet is how real wellness begins. If you found this video meaningful, I'd love to hear what you're taking away. Leave a comment below what's one small change you'll commit to this week. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more honest, empowering health advice for people like you who are still growing, still healing, and still living with purpose.